Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and I'm back. I know I haven't been on YouTube or social media really since Christmas Eve, as I just wanted to spend time with friends and family after what has not exactly been the best year in 2020. But I hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year too, and got to spend it with your loved ones as well. Alright, so we all know that the Koenigsegg Jesko is the newest card that has been added into Forza Horizon 4. It can be unlocked through this particular seasonal championship during the winter season, and if you are watching this somewhere down the future, perhaps the Jesko has been made available to unlock multiple times, but during the making of this video, it's just currently made its debut in the Forza franchise. Now, I have seen a couple of videos circling around on YouTube ever since Update 30 went live, where players would actually fast travel to unlock the Koenigsegg Jesko early, which you shouldn't be doing, by the way, because there is a possibility to get banned, to not only see if it is the newest, fastest car in the game, but to also put their tunes up on YouTube as soon as possible for that sweet algorithm. But let me inform you that unfortunately the Jesko doesn't dethrone the almighty Ferrari 599 XXE in its top speed. However, in today's video, I will be revealing the modifications and tuning that you must do to achieve 311 miles per hour in this Jesko, which I believe is the fastest tune that's fully transparent right here on YouTube. Alright, so let's begin with the modifications, starting with the upgrade shop. Now, the first thing you actually want to do is head over to the conversion, and then you want to do a drivetrain swap and swap this car to all-wheel drive. That way you get the most traction possible. And then after that, you want to head over to the engine modifications. Now, unfortunately, with the Jesko, there is only one mod we can do, and that is to simply upgrade the twin turbos to racing twin turbos, and this will increase the horsepower from 1280 to 1600 horsepower. And then after that, you want to head over to platform and handling. Now, if you've watched many of my drag builds or my top speed builds, for some reason you want to have rally, spring and dampers on, because they simply allow for more adjustments for the springs. And then after that, we head over to weight reduction. Of course, you want to make the car as light as possible with the race weight reduction. Then we head over to the drivetrain, and then with here, you just want to simply fully max out everything. That way, all of the drivetrain and all of the gearings will be fully customizable. And then we head over to tires and rims. Now, first, you want to change the tire compound. There is the stock compound here, which allows my tune to reach these statistics here. Or you could choose the Horizon Race Tire compound, which is slightly different. I don't exactly know how much of a difference it is in terms of reaching its top speed, as these statistics that you see on the left-hand side, they're actually quite inaccurate. Do not rely on this. But for my particular tune, I will be using the Horizon Race Tire compounds. I know there are some out there that uses the stock tire compound, but feel free to mix and match after you finish watching this video. The front tire width, I have just kept it stock. And then with the rear tire width, I have also kept it stock as well. That is so that the car keeps as light as possible in terms of rotating the wheels. With the rims, these are the rims that I always use for any of my top speed builds, just so you guys know that it is my personal build. But realistically, as long as it shows that the car is 2,910 pounds, then you shouldn't have a problem at all. The front rim size is stock. Can't change the rear for some reason, I don't think. And then the track width, both front and rear, needs to be upgraded to as wide as possible. And there we have it. So now let's move over to the tuning section, which I guess is the most important part. Alright, so we're here in the tuning section. I believe right now what you see is I'm using the English unit of measurement. Don't worry, throughout this part of the video, I will change it so that you can see the metric unit of measurement as well, so that no one will be confused while watching this particular build, unlike some of my previous videos. But let's start off with the tire pressure. Of course, what you want to do is blow those tires up to as hard as possible, with the highest PSI set at 55 for both the front and rear tires. And then for the gearing, these are my settings for the gearing. So the final drive is set pretty low at 2.66, and then the first gear is at 2.22, which is more towards the acceleration side, but to be honest, it's not that important. It's where the second, third, fourth, and fifth gear is where it actually counts. So my second gear is at 1.48, then my third is at 1.14, followed by the fourth gear, which is at 0.94, and then of course with the fifth and sixth gear both at 0.84. This is so that the car is only utilizing 5 gears. We do not need the sixth gear. If you ever want to do a top speed build and you're running 6 gears, particularly with these high horsepower cars, you'll be doing yourself a disservice. So 5 gears for this particular Jesko, and then we head over to the alignment part, and then with the camber, you want the front set to at negative 0.1 degrees, and then the rear will be set at negative 0.5 degrees. Now, I learned that if you have it set at 0, which I have in the past, it actually makes your car feel a lot more unstable. And given that the motorway is not exactly straight, it would be nice to have a little bit of stability when you are turning corners without losing any speed. With the toe, front and rear both set at 0 degrees. Front caster, I always set it to 1 degree. With the anti-roll bars, you want both the front and rear set to its absolute stiffest. This is to prevent any body roll with the car. Again, tying slightly in with the alignment so that the car feels very stable. With the springs, now this is where things get a little bit more interesting. Now you want both front and rear springs to be very soft, with the front set at its softest, and then the rear is set slightly stiffer at 241.4. And then the ride height, this is where the rally suspensions really do help. You can set the ride height with the front, you need to be as high as possible, along with the rear set to as low as possible. This is so that the car will allow to feel like it's catapulting when it's accelerating and reaching its top speed. Don't ask me why this happens, it's just part of the Forza Horizon engine that Playground games use, and unfortunately the more your car sinks onto the tarmac, the faster it goes. And with the damping, now you want both the front and rear rebound stiffness to be as soft as possible, and then the bump stiffness, you want the front to be extremely stiff at its stiffest, and then the rear set to about 1.5. And then with the aero, of course, you want both the front and rear downforce to be set at speed. This is of course to allow the car to achieve its maximum top speed. Braking, we aren't doing any braking at all. And then with the differential, this is how I've set my differential. Both front and rear have 100% acceleration with 0% deceleration, with an 83% bias to the rear. Those are my settings. Feel free to mix and match. But now let's head over to the motorway to see what top speed we can achieve. Right, so the first thing you want to do is head over to the Elmsden-on-Sea sprint just before the roundabout leading onto the motorway, and then of course just click create a route. That way you can try out your car without any traffic or AI vehicles being in the way. Then, once you've loaded in, just simply go the opposite direction as far as you can. This is usually the position where I would turn around my car and begin my top speed run. But the reality is, as long as you exit this roundabout right here at around 260 to 265 miles per hour, maybe even less, you will have a very good shot at achieving 311 miles per hour. And as you can see, when we reach to the quote-unquote finish line of this motorway, this car briefly reaches 311 miles per hour. Just bear in mind, not all top speed runs that you do will reach its maximum top speed, simply because the lines that you take on the motorway also makes a difference as well. But if you're somewhat of a decent driver, you're guaranteed to at least reach around about 307 to 310 miles per hour very easily. And for those who are lazy and just can't be bothered tuning or modifying their car, please make sure to download this specific tune. It is titled 311 miles per hour YouTube, and the creator is Ericship space 111. This is my other account simply because I am replaying Forza Horizon 4 on the Xbox Series X to see just how different the experience is. And the description is Ericship, top speed tune. So please make sure to download the tune, and that will at least help my tuner rank go up. So there we have it, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. That would really help me out. And lastly, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 4 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.